Hi, Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. I've missed you so much. Now, before we get too excited, let's quickly talk about, really quickly, how freaking stunning I am. I did my makeup and I thought, you know what? Let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to drool over. This look. With the nails too, my nails literally freaking match. I went into it and I was like, I kind of want to give Vamp. I kind of want to give 2009 emo scene girly, kind of like girly pop. I'm serving. I look stunning, gorgeous, beautiful, impeccable. Anyway, so today we have a book haul. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Tiffany. I'm not even gonna pretend. This is mostly gay, like LGBTQ and horror. As you might know, I've been gay girly, specifically like gay fantasy kind of vibes. But I'm also, as you know, a horror girl. But I am the kind of person who's a little bit wild on the internet. I don't know about you, Tiffany, but when I get on the internet, because I mean, listen, I'm chronically online. I am looking, searching, doing things a little weird. Like, listen, you don't need to know what it is. It's none of your business. However, I'm just letting you know that there's some weird freaky deaky stuff happening. And I have been doing it without protection. I have been going in without a rubber, without anything, skin to skin. Do you know how dangerous that is? I, out of anyone, should be preaching about using protection, which brings me to today's sponsor, NordVPN. Thank you so much to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Now, in case you're like, Jordaline, what is a VPN? What is NordVPN? What am I in danger? Let me tell you, okay? First of all, I don't know if you're in danger. I mean, figure it out. But a VPN is like having like a bodyguard. Not one that you could probably like fall in love with or whatever, which is like my favorite thing. But NordVPN is like the ultimate bodyguard, okay? He's like a puff daddy. He's like 6'8". He's huge. Everyone's intimidated. But also behind closed doors, he's like super soft and cute and fluffy. That's how I feel about NordVPN. Is that a bit much? Am I getting weird? Anyway, this little bodyguard, this little Nord is going to keep you safe from like online threats, from like weirdos surveilling you on the internet, and from like censorship type things, okay? What I love about NordVPN, even if like you're traveling, even if you're going somewhere, you could still access all the things that you love on the internet from whatever device you're using, because NordVPN uses some kind of like magic or something that like makes it so that it seems like you're at home when you're not. You can take your internet, online, computer safety from like 0 to 60 in like a single click, especially with Threat Protection Pro. Most VPN providers now offer threat protection type of softwares. However, under the hood, it's simple DNS filtering. But NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro offers advanced protection from malware, phishing, scams, and other online threats. Are you downloading a file? Threat Protection Pro is gonna check it. It's gonna like filter through it. Are you clicking a link? Threat Protection Pro is going to make sure beforehand that that shit is safe and clean. Threat Protection Pro blocks websites that are fake, malicious, and used for phishing, fraud, and scams. Threat Protection Pro is going to shut it down. Your online safety and your online protection and privacy without you even having to do anything really. It's just completely in place. It's like protection. You wouldn't go out with a random person and let them touch you with their grimy little fingies. Why are you doing it on the internet? Is that kind of slut shaming? I hope it's not. I'm not trying to be slut shaming. I'm just saying protection is best. It's best to be safe than sorry. Do you know what I mean? NordVPN was like, Jordaline, do you want to change lives? And I said, yes. Yes, I do. If you go to nordvpn.com/Jordaline Reads, you can try NordVPN 30 days risk-free, your money back guaranteed, okay? If you were like, you know what? I'm not into this, money back, you can have it. No worries, wasn't for you. If you click the link in my description, you can get a huge discount off of a 2-year plan, plus get 4 extra months for free. Check out nordvpn.com/Jordaline Reads and get a huge discount off of a 2-year plan and get 4 extra months for free. It's such a good deal. protect yourself, follow your heart, follow your dreams. Thank you so much to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. Tiffany, where should we even start? Where do we even begin? I got this a few days ago. I went to this like book fair with my friend, and then afterwards we went to like an actual bookstore. And when we were at the bookstore, I found this, and it was out even though it hasn't been released yet. I don't think. I think maybe it's released now, but when I bought it, it wasn't. Anyway, I'm talking about Sword Crossed. This is by Farah Marsky. Hello? Do you see these two guys? Obviously, you could probably tell that this is a little gay. Just a little bit. Look at these end papers, Tiffany. They're literally stunning. Also, my nails. I'm sorry. Ever since I got my nails done, I have just been tippy tapping everything. So this guy, Maddie, his family business not doing great, and it's like on him to fix things. And so he hires this guy Luca to teach him how to like sword fight. He like blackmails him, and Luca at first is like, okay, that's really rude, you could have just like hired me, but it's rude that you blackmailed me, but like whatever, I guess. He starts teaching him how to sword fight, and then they fall in love. But Maddie is like meant to get married, like an arranged marriage situation, and Luca is like a criminal. He did some shit in his old hometown. They both have secrets, but they're both falling in love. It looks so cute. Let me know if you've read this and what you thought of it. I would love to know your opinion. Let me quickly show you this because my friend Samantha, her YouTube channel is My Manga Space. I don't think she's making YouTube videos anymore, but her channel, I literally watch her videos all the time just for comfort. She visited me like a month ago, I think at this point, and she brought with her my birthday present. And what she got me for my birthday was the Sasaki and Miano art book. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna insert clips of what it looks like on the inside, but it's literally gorgeous, okay? I have been wanting this for so long. I can't read any of it because it's in Japanese because they haven't released it in English yet, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous book. Ugh. If you don't know, which like is crazy because I feel like it's part of like the Jordaline lore, but if you don't know, I am obsessed with a specific manga slash anime slash series called Sasaki and Miano. It's a BL romance, like slice of life situation, and the way that I'm obsessed with it, including this. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Sam, for this gorgeous gift. Let's talk about like a little bit of horror, shall we? I was emailed by the author of this, and she was like, hey, Jordaline, do you want me to send you this? And I was like, hell yeah, it sounds great. And that is Cruel Nature by D.B. Albiza. Look how teeny tiny this is. It's so it's so small. It's like the size of my head. Oh my gosh, my head's small or big. Anyway, this is written by a woman who's been like a teacher for like a really, really long time. And she was like, I want to write a book that kids are gonna like live, laugh, love. So she wrote this one, and then it's also illustrated gorgeously, might I add. You're thinking like, oh, it's gonna be like, you know, not that bad. No, it's like literally terrifying. This is middle grade. Like, look at that. That is so scary. I'm pretty sure that this is like a short story collection. I think it would probably take somebody like me, somebody who's like really well read and like really into literature or whatever, probably like an hour to read this. Can't wait to. Thank you so much to DB. I think her name is Deborah. Am I crazy? Thank you so much for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. Let's keep talking about horror because I also have this book, which I did buy. This is called William, and William has like a 1 in his name. So it's like, ooh, robots or whatever. I'm not sure. In this, we're following this guy named Henry and his wife, Lily. Henry is like this like engineer, this like scientist guy. This guy's who into like robots or whatever. He's like agoraphobic, so he doesn't like leave his house very often, but he's like in the attic working day and night on his like passion project. It's kind of like a scrapbooking room, but like imagine it's for like robots. Like that's the vibe. William every day works in secret up in the attic working on this thing that he's called William, which is an artificially intelligent consciousness. His wife Lily has no idea that this is going on. Lily is just living her life. And then one day Lily brings her coworkers over to come meet her husband and like to see their house, because their house is like really fancy and like really into like, oh, artificial intelligence or whatever. The coworkers come over and Henry is like, hey, what if I introduced everyone here to my robot, William. And then things go from there, and it's not pretty, I don't think. I don't think William is gonna be nice. This cover is genuinely so creepy. Look at that. I'm gonna quickly mention The Laws of the Skies because I did talk about this recently. I did buy it. I've already read this book, but I never owned it. And then I saw it in the bookstore and I was like, I have to buy it. Like, you look at this and you think, oh, it's so normal. It's so whatever. No. This shit is freaky. This shit is horrifying, gross, and like literally disturbing. This is about a bunch of kids who go into the forest with like their teachers and stuff. There's like 30 something people that go out into the forest and none of them come out. All of the kids, by the way, are like 6 years old. If you have read this, you know what I mean. Like I mentioned, my friend and I went to this like book fair. It was specifically like queer book fair. It was so much fun. It was so cute. I loved it. I want to go to more book fairs. If we could just do one every single day of the week, that'd be great. But there were a bunch of like local publishers. I saw a few books and I was like, I'm interested. One of those was To Those Who Killed Me. This is a really pretty cover. I like the sort of like invisible girl with the title. I like it. I really like it. I know that some of you probably aren't like ASMR girlies, but there is nothing that makes me happier than just the sound of tapping on books. It's so, This is about this disgraced ex-cop named Sloane Donovan. So she's relied on like her new job ever since she like got kicked out of the police force or something as like a fitness instructor. She finds a close friend dead, apparently by her own hand. She teams up with Wayne, a PI. The search leads Sloane from Vancouver's wealthiest enclaves to the street's darkest corners, questioning millionaires, tennis instructors, sex workers, former police colleagues, anyone who might provide answers. I don't know how I feel about like a book about a police officer, because ACAB, but she's like an ex-police officer. So maybe that counts for something. I don't know. I'm either way excited to read this. I love a good mystery. You know, I just really like supporting local authors, local publishers, etc. because I'm like a really good person. I'm like a really good person. Do you believe me, Tiffany? Do you think I'm a really good person? Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm a really good person. Since we're on the topic, I need to talk to you about this book. This is Garlic and the Witch. This is like a little graphic novel. It's so cute. It's so cute. It should be literally illegal. It's about a little garlic and like a witch. It seems like a cozy sort of fantasy graphic novel. This is about Garlic, who lives in this like magic garden of this witch, along with Carrot and her new friend, the vampire neighbor, who everybody calls Count. The witch is trying to make this like vegetarian version of like blood for the Count, but she needs like a few ingredients. And so she's like, hey, Garlic, can you go into like the forest or whatever and like find these ingredients for me? And Garlic is like, hell yeah, dude, I got that for you. I got it. But weirdly, Garlic is starting to change like finger by finger into like a human. It's weird. And the witch is like, no, don't even worry about it. Like, this is normal. This is what happens when you like live in my garden. Garlic can't help but worry. What if she doesn't want to be human after all? It's so cute. I can't wait to read this. Let me know in the comments if you have read this, what you thought of it. I'm sure everybody is going to be like, I loved it. It was so good. Let's keep talking about horror. I have this book, which again, I have talked about recently, and that is A Mask of Flies by Matthew Lyons. I'm going to be honest with you, Tiffany. I started reading this and I don't know if I like it. It was just like such a bummer for me, because I was really excited to read this. And then Matthew decided to kind of like write a snore fest. I'm probably like 30-40% of the way through. The way that I don't care what the fuck happens to anyone. It's interesting, but at the same time, I don't really care. Anybody tell me if they've read this all the way through, if it's worth it to keep reading, because I need to know. I want to love this. I truly do. However, I also don't want to waste my time. It's also such a bummer because I literally just bought this and it's like, books are like $40 Canadian. And Matthew's out here literally fucking pulling a fucking prank on us. Like, the fuck? I also have to talk to you about this book, which Ross Jeffrey sent me. He was like, Jordan, I saw that you bought my other book. Do you want this one? And I was like, of course, Ross. I would take anything from you. I genuinely have no idea what this is about. I've heard oh my God, the sound of that. I'm literally considering just doing like a full ass video on my Patreon of just ASMR tapping. That's all I want to do. Anyway, I literally have no idea what this is about. It doesn't say on the back. And then it has a quote from Fleetwood Mac from the song Landslide, which I only know from the Dixie Chicks. I literally didn't know that that was a Fleetwood Mac song. Anyway, I've been afraid of changes because I built my life around you, but time makes you bolder and even children get older, and I'm getting older too. I'm assuming that this is about like metamorphosis in some way. Thank you so much to Ross for sending this book to me. I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to read your other book too. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be fun. I know it is. I know it is. I thought I already hauled these. I don't think I did though, but that is Beautiful Monsters trilogy. I have Captive, Sire, Broken. These were all sent to me by a patron, Lonnie. I love you so much, Lonnie. Thank you so much. Now, I have read Captive. I'm in the middle of reading Sire, the second book. I did have plans to finish the trilogy, and then one of my old cats, Nico, passed away, and that really got me fucked up lately. I've been a bit depressed. So I didn't get a chance to finish the trilogy, but thank you so much, Lonnie, for these books. Now, in case you're like, Jordaline, what are those books? What should I expect? Let me tell you, you sweet pumpkin pie. This is about this guy named Matthew, I think. Matthew is a vampire, and he's like in the streets hunting one night, and he can hear this thing, this like thumping, this beating, and he's like, what the fuck is that? He doesn't know what it is, but he's like enticed by it. So he like starts to go closer to it, and then he comes into contact with this like guy named Tarek, who's an incubus. Tarek is like, hey, and then literally enslaves Matthew. And so Matthew is like Tarek's slave. And at first, Matthew's like, fuck you, dude. But then he's also like, okay, but you're kind of hot. So things go from there. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane, but it's so good. You don't think it would be good, and it's so fucking good. I'm thinking we'll finish with the horror and then move on to the gay stuff, because I have quite a bit of gay stuff. I think only a few more horror books to talk about. So next up, I have We Came to Welcome You. I had no plans to buy this. And then I was in the bookstore. You know how you're like in the bookstore and you're thinking, nothing is catching my eye, nothing is like new. I want something new, you know? Am I a product of consumerism and capitalism and people using material goods to fill in the holes in their depression and their mental illness? Yes, I am. Thank you so much for being here to witness it. I bought this because I was like, there's nothing else here in the bookstore that's like horror-ish. And I really wanted like a new horror thing. And I already have most of the new horror things. So I was like, I'm gonna get this because it does kind of have that kind of like trope that I do really enjoy, which is like whole town is evil except for like these new people who just moved in kind of vibe. The Other Black Girl meets Midsummer. I really like Midsummer. It says that it's about a married couple who move into a gated community. The community slowly creeps into a pervasive dread akin to a social horror of Jordan Peele and Lovecraft country. We Come to Welcome You cleverly uses the uncanny to illuminate the cultish, shocking nature of systemic racism. I am excited to read this. Also, I literally just noticed that the pie is doing some weird shit. I did not notice that. That's a nice detail. That's a really nice detail. I like that a lot. Let me know if you've read this and what you thought of it, and if you think I should like push it up on my TBR. I'd love to know your opinion. I also have this book, which is So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. Bro, I mentioned Rachel Harrison in my TBR video, and the amount of people who are like, you need to read Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison is crazy. But I am, I think, going to read her other books because I am currently reading this. I have like an hour left on the audiobook. I don't know how I feel about it, but this is about this girl. She is sort of just getting by in life. She's really convinced herself that mediocrity is fine. Her husband is like, hey babe, I got you a little vacation treat for your birthday. Her husband has like booked her an entire like vacation. He's like, I also invited your best friend Naomi to go with you. So her and Naomi go on this vacation. She's like really questioning things. She's like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then they meet up with these people who are a little bit freaky deaky, a little weird, and then their lives change forever in very dramatic ways. Love this cover though. Also, can I just say that? Can I say it? God. You're thinking to yourself, Tiffany, Jordaline, she's different, but also she's not like other girls. And you're so right, because I'm worse. I did buy this book, even though I haven't finished the first book, but I bought it because I was like, hello, like you're probably gonna want to read it when you do finish the book. And that is The Devil by Name. This is the sequel to Fever House by Keith Rawson. Everybody loves Fever House. Like, I've had so many people comment and be like, Fever House literally changed me. I'm a different person now, and I want to feel that change. I just need to get back to it. I have been in like a slumpy, depressy kind of mood, and so I just keep starting books and not finishing them. Fever House was one of those books, but I'm really excited to read this. If you don't know what Fever House or this is about, I'm not going to say it again because I've said the synopsis so many times. I'm sick of it. So you can just Google it if you want, but just know that it's about like a severed hand and some weird shit that goes on with the severed hand. I'm a stupid woman. Let me get closer for this. I'm stupid, Tiffany. I'm genuinely kind of fucking dumb. Like, just so you know. You probably did know, but I bought this book, even though in my last video, I was like, is it good? I don't want to buy it. I'm not going to buy it until I know. Before that video even came out, Tiffany, I was in the bookstore purchasing this book because I'm a fucking idiot. That is Lucy Undying by Kirsten White. Imagine my shock, awe, horror that people were saying that this isn't good. Kirsten, girly pop. I just want to talk. I haven't read it yet. I don't know. But from the comments, from the people, they said it wasn't good. But okay, again, it was very similar to We Came to Welcome You, where I was in the bookstore and I was like, there's nothing catching my eye. I am not seeing anything I love. And rather than leaving the bookstore empty-handed, like a normal person, like a person would do if they weren't genuinely interested in something, I thought, I'll just buy Lucy Undying. Jordaline, I just want to talk. I literally want to kick the shit out of myself. I want to literally beat myself up because what the fuck? Like, it feels like I should have clown makeup on. I'm an idiot. But like, okay, this cover is absolutely stunning. Look at the fucking dogs in her hair, my dude. Are you joking? Like, that's gorgeous. It just sucks that it's Kristen White. Although a lot of people really fucking loved Elizabeth Frankenstein. And bro, when that book came out, I really wanted to buy it, but I never did. But now I think I might get into it. I might check out Elizabeth Frankenstein because so many people were like, that book was so fucking good. I'm not holding my breath to read this one, which is so fucked up and weird because I literally bought it. I wonder if I can return it. Let me know in the comments if you liked this book, okay? I need somebody to tell me that this is okay. Thank you. Love you. Once again, before we take off the clown makeup, let's talk about, again, how I'm a fucking idiot and how I literally hate myself. I bought this book, which is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. You're thinking, Tiffany, if you know me, if you have been on this channel, and you watch the videos, you're thinking, that's familiar. It's because I've already bought this fucking book. I've already purchased this book in paperback. I bought this book. Also, can I just say, I haven't read it. I bought the paperback version of this book when it came out. Literally, I was obsessed with it. Obsessed with the cover. The cover, stunning, gorgeous, beautiful. This is weird too. They released it in paperback and then they released it in hardcover, which I thought was weird. I was in the bookstore. Oh, they released it in hardcover. I thought to myself, take a chance on the smart fat girl. On one hand, Tiffany, I am happy that I purchased this book, but on the other hand, I literally hate myself so fucking much. It is absolutely stunning, but at what cost? If you've read this, let me know. It's also like hetero, so it's like a hetero fantasy romance. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, okay? God. Let's get into the gay shit. First of all, I have this book, which I got from the gay book fair. My friend and I were like, that's literally such a Jordaline book. Like, hello, it's got this orc daddy, and then this little twink who I think honestly might be trans. Anyway, this is called The Flowered Blade by Taylor Hubbard. This is about this like prince. His name is Silver. His father is the king, and the king is like, I wanted a son, and you're like barely that, because the prince, Silver, isn't into like battle or war or like football or whatever. Silver just like wants to like prance in the meadow and pick flowers and berries, okay? Silver is still a man even if he likes flowers and shit, okay? Anyway, Silver is like, yes, papa, I want to be a man. I want to make you proud. Like, he's desperate for it. Then we have our orc daddy, whose name is Gizol. He's like the leader. He's like a soldier for his like people. He's like the leading soldier guy. You know what I'm talking about. He's been tasked with kidnapping Silver and like holding him hostage and stuff. Guess where it's going? It's going to be that they fall in love. I can't wait to read this. It looks so cute and like it's big. She's a big boy. I hope it's spicy. I really hope it's spicy. I think it is. Since we're here, I also bought this book. This one I'm not as excited for. I honestly kind of bought it because it was like one of those things where they were like, oh my God, that one's like so good. And I was like, really? And they were like, it's so good. You're going to love it. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll buy it. I'm too easily convinced. That's the thing. I just like, you could probably convince me of anything. I'm very gullible. I'm very easy to convince. Anyway, this is Under the Dragon Moon. The cover has this like artsy fartsy hipster dude who's like reading a book, which kind of did sell me like a little bit. From what I can understand, this is about this guy named Mail. He's like a witch. His whole life revolves around magic constantly. He just wants to be between the pages of a book reading a spell or whatever. And then this human guy like hires him, and the human guy is named Leo. And I think they're gonna fall in love. It looks cute. This is also, I think, part of a series. This is only book 1 of the Bellamore archives. You know me, Tiffany. I did my research for like gay fantasy type books, and this book came up again and again and again, so much that I was like, I need to actually read that because I need to know what the hype is all about. And that is The Captive Prince by C.S. Pacat. Do I know what this is about? No. Kind of want to go into it blind, but just from the cover, I can kind of make an educated guess. Do you know what I mean? I feel like this guy is gonna get captured by this guy. This guy's like, oh, I'm a prince and I'm better than everyone or whatever. And then this guy is going to be like, no, you're not. And like, it's going to be kind of like they fall in love, but then also they become better people. There are 3 books in this trilogy. I only have the first one though. I did want to buy all 3, but I held back because I'm a good person. Heather very kindly bought me these books off of my Amazon wish list. Thank you so much, Heather. You have literally no idea how happy this made me, how excited I was. I really appreciate your note. Mwah, mwah. Like, if I could kiss you, I would. You probably wouldn't want that. But anyway, so we have How to Bite Your Neighbors and Win a Wager. And then we have Reforged. My friend actually recently read this one and she really, really liked it. She said that it was goofy and cutesy and fun. And then I started reading this one. I didn't finish it. Like, that's like, again, I'm like in a slump. But this one is like kind of like a bodyguard romance, but with like a king, which you know how much I love that. This is like bodyguard. This one's like vampires. I'm obsessed. I can't wait to read them. Thank you so much, Heather, for these books. I fucking appreciate it so much. You have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea. I also picked up, and I did talk about this in my TBR, this book, which is called A Dark and Drowning Tide. This is like a sapphic romance novel. This is about 2 girly pops who go to the same school, and I think that they're like academic rivals, which is something that I love so much. I can't wait to read this. Like, the cover is stunning, and I feel like I've also heard really good things from you, Tiffany. I feel like there were a few Tiffanys who loved this. This is also one of those books where like I have it in paperback, but if I saw it in hardcover, I would buy it without even like thinking about it. I have 4 books left. They are each part of like a duology. Let's talk about these books by Alexis Hall. These are gay fantasy, I think. I know that this one is sapphic and then this one is gay. Young noblewoman must pair up with an alleged witch to ward off a curse in this irresistible sapphic romance from the best-selling author of Boyfriend Material. And then this one is a nobleman. A nobleman? A nobleman must work with a dashing soldier. It's my favorite. It's always a dashing soldier. I love it. To save his sister from a mystical bargain gone awry in this swoon-worthy romance novel from the best-selling author of the Boyfriend Material. Okay, so we have gay shit. We have gay as fuck shit. So I think these are like sister books where they're connected, but they're not like, you know, the same story kind of vibe. If you have read these, please let me know. Also, these covers are absolutely crazy. They're so beautiful. The final books that I have are these ones, which are called A Strange and Stubborn Endurance and All the Hidden Paths. These are both by Meadows. I follow Foz on TikTok and I really love their content. They talk a lot about like K-pop, which is like how I found them. But then I also found out that they wrote these books. Listen, before I even found their TikTok account, I was staring at this book when it came out because I was like, it looks so fucking good. And the cover, ugh. And okay, so I wanted originally to get them in hardcover, but then I could never find this book in hardcover and I didn't want to order it. And then I saw that this book, the second book, had come out in paperback. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy them in paperback. But you know me, I'm a hardcover girl, but every now and again, it's fine. So this is about this prince who like never really wanted to marry anyone. Like he always kind of just wanted to like be like a bachelor, be single. But then his family is like, no, you're gonna get married and it's gonna be to this bitch. So they set up like this arranged marriage. And then our main character, he like lets it slip that he's into dudes, actually. He lets it slip that he's a little gay. He thinks like, oh, I fucked this whole thing up. My family is gonna like disown me. It's all over. Like the family who were like, marry our daughter, is like, don't worry, you can just marry our son. And so the son, whose name is Katari, always knew that he might end up in a political marriage, but his sudden betrothal to a man from Ryla, which is where the prince is from, where such relationships are forbidden, comes as a shock. Vel and Kay have no choice but to trust each other. Survival is one thing, but love, as both will learn, is quite another. I can't wait. I cannot wait to read these. Oh my God. Also, you guys should check out their TikTok account. I love their TikTok, especially if you're into K-pop stuff and like queer stuff. Like they talk a lot about like K-pop and how it relates to queerness and like homosexuality and stuff. My friends, my family, my familia. Have you noticed that I'm just constantly showing off my nails? I can't help it. Thank you so much for being here, for watching this video all the way through. If you did, my lipstick is wearing away, but that's fine because the video's over. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to let me know down below if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them. I'm telling you, Tiffany, I need to know what you think. Okay? I need to know if they're good or not. Let me know. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit, talk about creepy shit, talk about being kidnapped by an orc soldier and then falling in love with him. Obviously, that's like the book I'm most excited for. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget you're stunning and gorgeous, and that you're like literally the best. Okay, bye. Thanks. Also, thank you so much to NordVPN for sponsoring the video. Thank you. Bye. I'll see you later. Okay, bye, Tiffany. You're stunning. You're gorgeous. I love you. Bye, bye, bye.